Momus has been portrayed in the press as having an obsession with sex, so I spoke to him recently and asked him whether he regarded this as true or not.
I think it's a way of interesting journalists who are usually obsessed with sex themselves. But certainly a lot of my work's about sex, but then isn't everybody's.
Well, do you think they've blown it out of all proportion?
No, I don't think so. I just... See, I tend to use all the bad things that people say about me and try and present them in a positive way. So I find it very useful when maybe the NME or someone runs an article saying, is Momus a pervert? And up to that point, it's never crossed my mind that I might be a pervert in any way. But then I sort of use that for the next LP title or something. I mean, not specifically just to please the NME, of course, but it's always interesting to see how others perceive you. I suppose a lot of my work is to do with trying to be private in public, which sounds like something you could get arrested for, but I think it's the only way for me to keep interested in songwriting, and it's just a subject I'm obsessed with, how people have to get rid of these masks which they wear, and masks, I mean, sort of featured in the video quite a lot, and this idea that this is also my concern with homosexuality. When I write on the last album, there's a lot of songs about gay people, and that's because, for me, a gay person is the person who understands best the fact that you have to wear a mask in public, and who also understands that his essential nature, or her essential nature, is not what the mask appears to be, and therefore they understand the disparity between the two, and that's something that interests me a lot.
You're talking about homosexuality. I've got a quote here, actually, that says, well, it's from a newspaper, and you've said that I tend to chase lesbians because I prefer to attempt the impossible. Do you think that life is a big challenge for you, or is that just a quote that you said?
I think everybody just likes things to be that much more difficult. And unrequited love is maybe my main hobby. Yeah, I'm deeply in love with a lesbian at the moment.
Well, is it a big challenge for you? I mean, I don't just mean love, I just mean it's the whole thing a big challenge for you, the whole aspect of...
Well, I think actually, I mean, one reason I keep persisting with pop music is the fact that I've been sort of roundly rejected for the last 5 years by the pop establishment, the pop world, and if I was suddenly accepted, if it was as easy for me as it is for Jason Donovan or something, just to sweep in and make a record and it goes straight to me, I would just think it was a stupid, trivial little world that I didn't have anything to do with, I want to have. But the fact that they keep rejecting me makes me think, wonderful kind of enchanted pavilion which I want the key to.
Inexplicable charisma of the rival. You said describe for me the hairstyle of the devil. Does he make you laugh? Don't answer. Does he earn a lot? Don't answer that. Does he dress you up in black? Shut up, don't answer back. Just tell him I'm dying to meet him.
Well, they used to call Bonnie Prince Charlie the Great Pretender because he was, originally the word means someone who's in line for the throne. So if that's what pretentious means, I wouldn't say no, but I don't know, pretentious, you see, people, you've got to have a mythology, you've got to have a set of ideas to live by, and otherwise you have to get your ideas from News at 10 or Brookside or something. I mean, pretentious, okay, I've read a couple of books in my time because I was lonely and had nothing better to do on a Friday night than sit and read Nabokov or something. I would probably have preferred to go down to the Streatham discotheque and boogie down, but that's not the way my life turned out, so if that's what pretentious means.
Well, the press seems to paint this sort of awesome, arty type of character for Momus. I mean, very literary, sceptical, cynical, very highbrow literary, whatever. Do you agree with the image of you, or do you think that they've got it all wrong and it's not really you when you read back on the press bits?
I think they could have gone to town a lot more in that angle. because it's all true, only more so. But you see, I think Jenny Holzer, the conceptual artist, said, "Protect me from what I want." And you could also say, "Protect me from what I am," or "Let me escape from what I am." And I think that's been my fascination with pop music, that it's allowed me to escape from that side of myself, because otherwise I would just have sat in the library with my legs kind of tightly crossed and kind of been reading books all the time. And pop music to me is, you know, sex and life and kind of an escape from all that dustiness.